Okay. 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to everyone. Today we will be presenting our assignment on Malaysia's diplomatic efforts in advocating for Palestine amidst the Palestine-Israel conflict. This is presented by Group 17 in I and I will covering the introduction, problem statement, research objective and methodology. This is our group members. There's a total of 6 of us. Hei, babi.
Asal?
Ngelag ke babi?
Sulit nampak.
Nampak dah? Okay.
Tadi tak tukar.
Ah,
Gelik ada.
okay. Malaysia has strongly supported. Okay, start balik lah. Kena ada pause kan? Okay, sini pause.
Hmm.
Malaysia has strongly supported Palestine fights for human rights and independence. Our advocacy is based on three main pillars: Malaysia's foreign policy, our Islamic identity, and our commitment to justice. Well, to support Palestine, Malaysia has taken diplomatic, humanitarian, and legal measures. However, despite Malaysia's bold stance, this Palestinian situation remains critical. International organizations like the UN have been ineffective in enforcing peace. Malaysia,
Oh, santai.
ya je.
Kita start baru problem statement.
Okay,
Ngam lah tu. Kau ada stop cepat kan. So nak cut tu lagi senang lah.
okay, okay. 3, 2, 1. To support Palestine, Malaysia has taken the bukan babi start however. Okay, start boleh. Okay. However, despite Malaysia's bold stance, this Palestinian situation remains critical. International organizations like the UN have been ineffective in enforcing peace, and somehow media influence sometimes distorts the public perception of the conflict. Well, this raises an important question. Is Malaysia's effort enough? And what strategies should be improved? Mm.
Gelik lah. Nampak dah.
Belum. Okay. Okay. The Palestinian conflict has continued for decades with no long-term resolution. Despite Malaysia's diplomatic efforts, the global community still struggles to implement a fair and lasting peace. Well, our research aims to evaluate four key objectives. The first one is to evaluate the effectiveness of global diplomatic efforts. The second one is to identify the key factors preventing a sustainable peace agreement. The third one is to analyze the primary obstacles to conflict resolution, and the last one is to examine Malaysia's role in resolving the conflict. These objectives will help us assess Malaysia's current diplomatic strategies and suggest ways to enhance its impact. Ngelak tau.
Oh dah sedap dah. Santai.
Mata dah.
So,
Tengah lalu. Okay, okay.
mata dah.
Okay, okay. 3, 2, 1. For this study, we used quantitative research methods. We conducted surveys to gather public opinions. The survey was created using Google Forms and distributed via WhatsApp. Our target respondents were mostly general public with a focus on Malaysians. This approach somehow helped us understand how Malaysians perceive the country's diplomatic efforts and whether they believe more should be done. That concludes my section of the presentation. Next, my teammate Muzami Ikhwan will discuss our findings and analysis in more detail.
Cepat kau habis ngam.
Habis ngam.
Apa tadi aku nak ketawa aku dah lupa dah.
Mata dah.
Betul. Okay, next part aku. Okay. Part aku. Sini lah. Okay, betul lah cara kita ni. Dia macam satu part, satu part, satu part. Tak menyiksa lah. Then we will start with the key factors that preventing peace. There are three key factors that are preventing peace for the Palestinian and Israeli conflict. The first one, where Israel violates treaties without consequences. Even though there are many public Marwah kejap. Kabut. Eh, Kenapalah tak physical aja. Izinnya pun.
You know?
Ya.
Dengar.
Dengar?
Okay, nice.
So next, we will talk about key factors that are preventing peace for Israeli and Palestinian conflicts. There are three major factors, where the first one is Israel violates treaties without consequences. Even though there are many peace agreements, Israel still expand
Bagus gak sebab masa kau start tu aku yang tangan terangkat tau.
Oh
Aku tengah sebab.
yeah. Okay, real lah real.
Okay.
So next, we will talk about key factors that are preventing peace for Israeli and Palestinian conflict. There are three major factors, where the first one is Israel violates treaties without consequences. Despite multiple peace agreements, Israel continues to expand settlements and engage in military actions against Palestinians. This lack of accountability prevents progress towards peace. The next one is the US influence on UN Security Council vetoes peace effort, where United States hold the veto power that prevents United Nations from taking effective action against Israel's violation. And the last key factors is the economics and political interests override human rights concern, where many global power prioritize strategic alliances like Israel and economic interests over Palestinian rights. Susah betul kan. Then we will talk about our country, our buat blueprint bodoh ni. Cukup bodoh. And next. Yeah. So next we will talk about Malaysia's role in Israeli and Palestinian conflict. First, our country leads in diplomatic, humanitarian, and economic efforts, where our country has been vocal voices in international forums, condemning Israeli actions and advocating Palestinian rights. Then we have NGOs that play a major role in delivering aid to Palestine, There are certain Malaysian NGO that actively send aids, raising awareness and mobilizing public support for Palestinian causes. Organizations such as Aman Palestine and MAPIM play a significant role in helping Palestinians. Then we have our country roles that collaborate with OIC, UN, and other organizations to pressure Israel actions toward uh, Palestine. Okay, okay apa tadi? Okay kan? Apa? Kalau tak okay begitu.
Aku lupa dah. Aku mute tu all this time.
Lah ya, tadi alright tak alright? Dua-dua kau dengar.
Tadi okay je. Just that lepas aku present aku macam mute kan sebab tak nak bagi aku buat bunyi pelik-pelik.
Faham. Tak apa, kau mute je. Tapi bila aku tanya tu, unmute lah.
Hmm.
Tadi aku macam, Mak ni tengah buat apa? Sekejap. Fuck God! Sekejap. And the last one is conclusion and recommendation. Malaysia's advocacy remains strong, but we face significant global challenges. So, to enhance its effectiveness, the country should increase diplomatic pressure through global alliances where, 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 where. Ya Allah, kok
Abewe.
gagak anjing.
Abewe.
Bodoh lah. Okay. So the last one is conclusion and recommendation. Malaysia's advocacy remains strong, but we faces significant global challenges. So to enhance increase diplomatic pressure through global alliances, where strengthening partnership with like-minded actions can create a stronger international voices together to fight against Israel actions. The next one is to strengthen economic sanctions against Israeli linked business such as McDonald's, where we cut the economic ties with companies that support Israel's occupation. That could send a stronger message to them. And the third one is pushing for United Nations reforms to prevent bias veto powers will surely help address the systematic issues that we are having right now, where United States have a veto power that really hold the United Nations powers to help Palestine. And the last one is leveraging regional platforms like ASEAN and the OIC, enhancing media strategies and engaging civil society can surely further support Malaysia's stance on the issue. Our country should invest in media campaigns and social media strategies to counter misinformation and educate the public. And sum it up, by implementing these strategies, our country can increase its influence in advocating Palestine and contribute more effectively to resolve the conflict against Israel. Dah,
Okay dah.
baik.
Q&A.
Ikan Bang! Okay.
Ada Q&A macam tak? Kita just tambah je.
Oh, tak ada Q&A?
Sepatutnya tak ada. Tapi macam kita tambah je lah. You know sebab macam extra
Faham.
information juga.
Yes. Betul.
Okay, ready Aku tanya kau soalan.
Ah,
Hello?
9 tu lah katanya aku.
Aku kita yang kau nombor 6. Kau jawab nombor 9. Lepas tu kau terus tanya aku nombor 9. Aku jawab nombor 9. And then kau tutup. Boleh?
Oh, sekejap. Sekejap, sekejap.
Kau buka dulu phone kau.
Sekejap. Okay. Sekejap. Okay, settle, settle.
Okay, ready
Kau iPad ni lah. Ha.
Okay, ready
Ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we all know there's no actually Q&A sessions, but we actually came prepared and we found these two questions that are particularly interesting for us to discuss. So, Muzamil, I wanted to ask you a question. Why is UN seems so ineffective in resolving the Palestine-Israel conflict?
So to answer this question, we should look back to the system in the United Nations, where the only reason, the main reason, the UN is ineffective is because of the veto power of permanent Security Council members such as United States that often blocks resolutions that can pressure Israel. This solely prevents meaningful actions against Israeli action. So, next question, Hadi. Is Malaysia's support for Palestine enough?
Well, if you ask me, without doubt, Malaysia's efforts are very strong. However, they face some global challenges. Now to counter this, I have some points. Well, the first one, we need to welcome more international collaborations. Maybe we can start with our neighboring countries. And the second one is stronger economic actions. This is by just proving that we are actually capable of not only managing our own country but also able to help other country in needs. And the last one is strategic media campaigns that could actually enhance Malaysia's impact by not only presenting ourselves in the United Nations but also highlight ourselves within the medias.
That was a really interesting point for the answer for my question. So that was the two questions that we think could add on information for our presentation. And that's really concludes our presentation. Thank you for your attention and time. Habis.